So what is good, guys? This is my first video on the channel where I'm going to be just backtesting my discretional continuation model. So what I did was picked a random month, which was May 2024, and we're going to just try to do a quick backtest. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole month because honestly, backtesting does really piss me off. I don't like doing it. I know I have a good model. I have confidence in myself to trade without, having a mechanical model, which backtesting is really what it's for. If you're trading discretional, it's more about just logic and having common sense. But obviously, I have to show you guys that I do know what I'm doing. So this is what we are going to be doing today. So I need to go to New York session 9. Okay, so we are at New York AM. What do I see here? We are sort of ranging. It looks like we are ranging higher. I like to start on the daily. Okay, so we are actually bearish on the daily, but every other time frame is indicating we do want to make a move higher. So we're just going to let price do its thing, pick a direction, and just go with it. I always like to start on the 5-minute at market open. I don't like to, look at the 1 minute since it does. I don't want to get any stupid ideas. So just like that, we do end up dumping. So that's market open. 9:35. See, this is really interesting right here. We do have all these lows starting to stack, but I'm not willing to take the first, I don't like to trade the first 10 minutes of market open since it is really a manipulative environment or whatever so to call it. I want to see price clearly start displacing. This is really nice right here. Play a pretty fat stop to these lows here. See if I can go break even at a point like this right there. Everything is screaming to me that we do want to go lower. Every single time frame is bearish, starting from the daily. So we're just going market entry right here. Tap the break even point, break even on this trade risk free, and we got break even. Nice. It is a Monday, so you do have to take into consideration we're probably not going to have that big of a move on Monday, especially taking that far of a draw. So it's not a big deal. Next day, let's go. So untapped daily gap higher. Looks like we do want to continue going higher. So I'm going to mark these out. Either we hold this gap and go lower, or we run through it to higher targets. So just like CPI. Earnings. Unemployment. Okay. So we do have data lows. That's what it is. So we have data lows lower. So maybe we tap here and flip to data lows. Yeah, one more candle. Data lows is a pretty good draw, but we are starting near 11 a.m. where it is when I'd get off. So yeah, we're off here because so 11 a.m. we get off, and what happens the rest of the time? Absolutely nothing. Save yourself the capital, give it an hour and a half, get off around 10:30, 11. I even like to get off at 10 a.m. because it's pretty simple to tell what days are going to be a move and what days we are just going to start chopping around. So right over here, I'm not looking too long because we're in long. I'm not looking long because we're in a massive 4-hour. Oh. All right, chop day. And absolutely nothing happened after we got off. Nice. We are still in this gap, but we are starting to move a little higher through it. Where if we were to react lower somewhere in the midpoint, maybe look for shorts. But my idea now is that we tapped into this massive 4-hour. We are flipping higher, so I do honestly think that we are going to, move higher at least to these here, which are extremely close. Looks like we are going to take him off market open most likely. Let's play out the first 5-minute candle. Yeah. So to me, it looks like we are not going to do anything else after taking that draw because we did just tap into a massive hourly gap. I'll play a 15 candle out to see. Yeah. Times it. 10:45. Yeah. Okay. Oh, looks like it's gonna be a really slow month. All right, so we're in an interesting place where we have a massive daily gap. We have targets higher, obviously. I'm sure the 4 hour. Ugh, we have gap, gap. Okay, I honestly only think price doesn't want to go higher because this daily gap is more important than the old 4 hour gaps that we have on the left here from months ago. And I may be right. What time is it? 9:35. Okay, okay. Again, I don't want to keep going for big moves. One more candle. Okay. Oh, 15-minute play, I guess. Tap into the daily gap. We finally have a good reaction out. I am going to try and take this. We are still in that hourly, I understand, but it looks like we do want to go higher. Like price is telling me we want to go higher. There's no reason for us to go any lower, and the only thing I logically can't see us do is go up. Tap, break even, risk-free trade. Please. Oh my God. All right. So it is not our lucky day, I guess. We're still ranging. So we hold here, tap into this gap. Again, price only tells me we want to go higher. Higher time frames. These wicks right over here, my draw on liquidities. It already looks like we might run, but I don't want to guess. Mm, okay. I really like this right here. Same idea where we did just tap into a 4 hour, have a nice flip out. I don't know if we're going to go to these highs again, but I'm going to continue taking these higher time frame retraces where we might run here. We'll trail after this high right here, but mainly I want to target this right over here off the 5. Okay, we tapped it. Break even, risk free. Can't if we get 3 break evens in a row, it's gonna be fucking crazy. Oh, I don't want to target. I don't want to go. You know what? It's fine. Oh, oh my God. You kidding me? Cool. All right, so we need to hold our composition. We do not want to start crashing out over 3 break evens. I'm rather taking break evens over a loss, right? Price still wants to go higher. Price still wants to go higher is what I'm seeing. We tap into a daily gap, flip higher. I'm starting to get a little more energy too, knowing that I'm doing this shit nice. Held this gap. I mean, I only want to see longs, really. I only do want to see longs right now. Yeah, that's nice. That's actually a crazy move. At the first 5 minute. Oh my god. All right, my idea here is that we are obviously still extremely bullish. We've got a massive fucking pump on the 5 minute. I'm playing my stop probably a bit into this 5 minute gap. Really loose reaction here. I'm going to go break even instantly because we do have a lot of volume. We do want to go higher. Nah, we'll hold it. Okay, this is a nice break even point. All right, let's lock in. Bro. 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 Oh, okay. At least we did secure some profits. I'm pretty sure I trailed right up to here. So 1.3R, 1 to 1R. I don't know. Bro, I would have crashed out if that shit actually hit again. Okay. This looks real nice. Honestly, longing here is a little risky since we are already pretty much at the top. But maybe on the 1 minute, if I do scale down and see some sort of entry, I might be able to capitalize on this. But we are already so close. All right, cool. Wow, there's a 1 minute. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was on the 1 minute too. Wow. 4 hour gap below. But I don't want. Wow, that would have been a really good end. I wasn't looking. This right here is low-key bottom blasting. If you took this right here, it would have been entering pretty much at the bottom of price. Where like, look, and it's not even worth the risk. You would have to play a stop at the body of the candle, which I do not like to do because we could obviously go back up this wick. Entering here is extremely risky. We took this out. Let's see if this would have played out for all y'all bottom blasters. Wow. The trades I don't take is when they play out, but following your rules is what's more important. Yeah, rules. Okay, so price ends up pretty much slowing down after that, so that's when I would get off. Uh, okay, cool. So we have a massive news wick. When we get news like unemployment claims, CPI, PPI, and FP, we leave data highs, data lows. So these are massive draws on liquidity where price does want to go to them. And it looks like we probably will take data highs. We have tapped into this 5 minute. Ooh, bless me. If we get any sort of reaction out, I will try and long two data highs. We are longing two data highs. Bro, yo, I swear if this gets stopped out, but data highs does look free as shit, so. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright, bro, I'm fucking cooked. That was the most washed trade I've ever fucking taken. Oh my god. Bro. Bro, I'm sorry you guys had to see that. This is what backtesting is for me, honestly, where I will do 3 or 4, maybe 5 trades with good logic, good risk. And I just started taking some bullshit, like straight bullshit. Okay, clearly we are bullish. I want to see some sort of retrace. We did tap in this 4 hour. Either way, I do like to see a retrace before I do decide to take an entry. Whether it's 5 minute, 1 minute, any sort of retrace we will take. Okay, we tapped deep into this gap, flipped out. Bro, my knees are starting to hurt. Target's higher. We'll play this 5 minute. Yeah, I'll play it right over here. Break even point. Here or here, it honestly won't make that much of a difference. If we displace through here, it's the same idea. Yeah, nice. Yo, okay, so look. Oh, I put my stop too high. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Either price goes up or down. Okay. Okay. I wasn't taking my risk with that. I'm taking that trade. That was a really nice trade right there. So same idea where we did tap into the 50-minute clean reaction out, scaled down, so I didn't have to play that big of a stop because risking 101 on this is kind of fried. If we did, we traced back in the gap. The whole trade idea isn't valid since we just it's completely shot up with huge volume. So reiterate, yeah, a really nice trade. I'm sorry you guys had to see that data high trade before. That was just a complete retarded trade on my part. I can promise you guys I would never in my life take that if I was actually trading. With money accounts I spent my own money on, I would never take that sort of trade. Like, believe me, bro, believe me. Okay, so we are at all-time highs. We are halfway through the month. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to trade this whole month because I honestly hate backtesting, but so we ignore the massive gap below us and we look like we do want to have a move higher. Yeah, this makes sense to me. I'm gonna go break even because honestly, this is a rejection wick. I just realized we do have a bunch of rejection wicks. I don't want to really risk on a trade where I understand we are at all, what am I doing? I understand we're at all-time highs, but again, even targeting here is a little fried since this is a rejection. Right here too, we swept this all-time high right here. This was an all-time high. Swept it, immediately had a massive move lower. Swept this all-time high again. We still had a massive move lower. So ideally, I want to be risk-free on this trade, but this is still a good idea overall. Nice. Nice. And that was the whole thought process where if we have volume, we're going to continue higher, targeting these little iffy draws. Still around all-time highs, but we are starting to move lower. But I mean, I'm not shorting through this massive of a fucking bullish gap. And bro, my knees are really starting to hurt. So I might honestly stop. I think I'm getting way too much. I'm losing blood from my legs from sitting for so long. Hmm. No unfilled gaps, but again, this would be a crazy target. This, sure. I want to see us react. Okay, okay. Friday. All right. Idea here was we did hold the gap for, once again, we tapped deep into the gap, had a good reaction out. The 15, you could have taken this right here, but I don't like the idea that we didn't break through the gap and we were holding this tiny 15. You never know, a gap this small could honestly hold. So honestly, waiting for another candle won't hurt you. It might take your R a bit lower, but it's something, it's still a safer, higher win rate trade. Wow. Oh, okay. So it doesn't look like we want it to go higher. Right now, I am still looking for only a move higher. As again, as I explained, I'm not going to short into this gap. This wick right here is extremely protected since it's almost at the bottom of the gap. Shorting here is just you hoping and praying that we are going to make a move lower. I'm not going to, gamble and predict price. I'd rather just react. So either it's longs or I'm just skipping this day. Nice. Oh, I had to blow my nose, guys. Sorry. I'm going to try this. This is a really nice trade. Huge stop. All-time highs. Break even, risk free. Ooh, ooh. Trail. Okay, cool. So we end up closing at around 1R. Not too mad about that. But it would have played out. But damn. Okay, and it is not working anymore. And my knees are really hurting, so we're going to call it there. Not a bad win rate, considering the fact, let's say we did take one trade out of this. We win 100%. No, that's not true. All right, so to finish out, we ended up with a 66.7 win rate with 3 break-even trades, and we won 4 of the total trades. Now, if I was to remove the trade, which was just a bullshit gamble on data high, which honestly wouldn't have taken on a live market, as I explained, I wouldn't take that sort of trade if I actually put my own money on it. It would have been about a 80% win rate, but it wasn't an 80% win rate, and that's okay. My next video, we will get a higher win rate, but I just wanted to show you guys this right over here, which is a risk to reward cheat sheet showing profitability. So any risk to reward with above a 101 is profitable. A 60% win rate is profitable. You don't really need to have a high win rate. Even a 60% win rate, you still will end up positive on the month. Here, if you about securing about 1.5K across 5 accounts is exactly what I did last month, which was able to secure me around $8,000 in payouts. So yeah, don't think that you need a high win rate. I do have a higher win rate on live markets, but this backtest session is still a great example of you don't need many trades or a high win rate to secure profit.